Hey guys, Craig's Food and Fun here, and we got Retsky, and then we got Stephen Harold here, who is also known as
The Ginger Snaps here.
And the Ginger Snaps here. Could be the start of a new podcast, you know. Craig's Food and Fun, it's just not about food, right? We can have fun, do sports.
Crisscross
applesauce.
So today, what we're going to be doing is the playoff predictions for the first round and taking a look at each series, starting in the West. We're going to look at Colorado and Nashville. A lot of people have Colorado winning this in pretty much 5 or 6 games, but what do you guys think?
I got him in 5 games.
You got them in 5?
What about you, Steven?
Well, the thing is about the Colorado Avalanche and the Nashville Predators is that, like, when you look at their playoff, or like their season with each other, Colorado has only won once against them out of 4 times.
Nashville won a few games, but a lot of those games was in extra time too, so.
Oh, yeah. 2 of those games, I think, were in extra time or whatever. I mean,
Shootouts,
like,
I think.
Colorado's only win, they beat them 6-2.
Handily.
Might have to rethink my predictions, but whatever, it's already in
And
there.
then you got Nashville, who beat them 5-2, then Nashville 5-4, and then Nashville again 5-4.
But don't forget,
On April 28th.
they had UC Saros in net for every single game.
That's going to be the problem because UC Saros, we don't know if he's going to be actually playing in the first round.
He probably won't be.
Granted, if they don't make it past game 4.
Right. Huh.
Big Save Dave has got to stand on his head to save them that year, but Roman Josi, 95 points as a defenseman. Anything can happen. They made it deep before as an 8th seed, so. And Colorado's been known to choke.
Yeah, Colorado's known to choke, but I don't know. With the last 2 seasons with them losing in the second round, like last year, you got to remember, they swept St. Louis, who was, just the Stanley Cup champion back in 2019. So it's like, well, that's shitty. But honestly, like, I even have the same case for them this year where I did pick Colorado in 4.
Colorado will be okay if Kadri doesn't get suspended.
That's the
Correct. Yeah.
That's going to work to Nashville's advantage right there if he's out of the lineup.
Yeah, because each time Kadri's been out of the lineup because of a suspension in the playoffs, the team he played for just happens to lose.
But it reminds me of some, what are they called? Maple Leafs. Oh, right.
I think that Kadri's smartened up. He played his first All-Star game this year, so he's definitely matured. But, yeah, I'd say Colorado in about 6 games.
If you keep interrupting Steven, he's going to snap here, man.
Oh, yeah.
So we set on that series for now?
Yeah, I said, I do pick Colorado in 4.
I got him in 5.
I got him in 6. I'm giving Nashville, they have some depth, so who knows? And they have 2 guys who scored 40 goals.
It's a gentleman's sweep, I guess, in a way.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Wild versus St. Louis. What do you guys think?
Well, I got them in 6.
I got the Wild winning this in 7.
That's the same thing for me. I have Minnesota winning in 7.
Kaprizov, 108 points.
I'll admit, I don't really care about other teams unless my players are on it. That's the thing for me.
Oh, and the hockey pool.
Yeah.
We got a hockey pool thing going on, but it don't look like any 3 of us are winning. We have another friend named Jason who's just kind of running away with murder right now. So,
Yeah,
but I got Minnesota winning because I think they have a more solid goaltender in Talbot, and St. Louis doesn't really know what they're doing.
St. Louis has playoff experience, though.
They do, but they've been losing ever since that Stanley Cup. They haven't won a series since.
Well, like we said, going back to the Colorado series, like I said, like they got swept last year.
Yeah.
And Minnesota took Vegas on the brink last year.
That was a
and
good
lost
series.
Game 7.
That was the only Game 7 in the first round last year, too.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun to watch, but yeah, it was kind
I
of.
feel like Minnesota, they did get stronger, especially up front.
Goaltender,
And
too.
with the addition of Marc-Andre Fleury,
And Talbot.
Talbot's already playing an
Talbot's
All-Star
playing
season.
on his fucking mind right now.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is that, why a lot of people are talking about how St. Louis might run away with this is because St. Louis swept them in the season series.
Yep, they
which was
won all
3-0.
3 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the last game, January 1st, they lost. St. Louis won 6-4. And then you got St. Louis winning again 4-3, and then St. Louis 6-5. So it wasn't easy wins.
No?
No, and I believe with Minnesota's experience of how they had the heartbreak of losing in Game 7 last year to Vegas, that might be the difference maker for St. Louis because, St. Louis, they, like I said, they got swept. So, they're trying to get some sort of redemption, whereas Minnesota's like, we know what we have to do to win now.
Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, the last time Minnesota won a playoff series was in 2015 against St. Louis.
Exactly.
Mm.
So, some psychological mind games each teams could be using against each other, but I think they were set in that series, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go down to the Pacific Division, and yeehaw, Calgary versus Dallas.
The Calgary Stars, huh?
I got Calgary in 6 in this series.
I got the Flames in 7.
I took the Flames in 6 as well.
I think Dallas is going to be using some psych games to Calgary because they knew they beat them in the bubble, which isn't really that too far long ago. So
Surprising picking.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. The bubble was where Dallas ended up going to the Stanley Cup final to lose to my Lightning.
Calgary was technically the better team that year.
Yeah, they were the better team, but it's like what Urinating Tree said too. Like they lost to the Dallas Stars. That team couldn't they couldn't score on a prostitute until they opened their legs for them. And I was like, that's the perfect quote because Calgary just couldn't fucking score in that bubble.
Calgary did have a tough time, and I'm shocked that they had as tough as a time as they did. Because Dallas didn't seem like a complete team. I really thought that they would have used Bishop that series instead of Hudobin.
Right.
But Hudobin just was hot, and he just rode the team. And sucks they lost in the finals, but
It doesn't suck.
Whatever. We got some guy over here that's hoping for a three-peat, so yeah.
Yeah, just so that everyone knows, I am a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. I've been a fan since 2015. So I was around for when that sweep happened.
oh, good times.
That's it. I don't know what's going to happen, and then that led to 2 straight Stanley Cups. So thanks, Columbus.
Steven's afraid of brooms.
Not anymore. Fuck.
Not anymore. Yeah. Well, you got bragging rights for 2 years in a row. That's good bragging rights enough as it is. But
2 cups in 10 months?
He parks his broom in the kitchen.
Oh, man. But Calgary, I don't think there's going to be any sweeps in the first round of this year, just saying. But I think, 13 of the 16 teams had 100 points.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The only teams that didn't have 100 points, I think, was Dallas and Nashville, actually.
I mean,
And LA. LA had 99.
13.
Yep.
That team got a lot better than they were the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah, way better. They've got Robertson. He's a 40-goal scorer now.
And
Yeah.
if Malmstrom doesn't win the Vezina, that guy, 9 shutouts in 1 season.
Markstrom, he's definitely a nominee in my eyes. It's going to be him.
What's the Rangers goalie again? What about him?
Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah, he's should
I
be
think the
candidate.
3 nominees will be Freddie Anderson, Shesterkin, and Markstrom. So all Europeans nominated for the Vezina this year.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What about Bobrovsky and whatever? Didn't we see a comparison there?
Bobrovsky did lead the league in 39 wins, but I don't know. He's won the Vezina twice, and the NHL kind of does this thing with the awards that they kind of want to give it to everyone evenly now. Because back in the day, the same guy.
Gabe just won his 4-star Art Ross.
No, that's an automatic. That's
Yeah,
an
I guess.
automatic. That's a statistical.
No, there was word on voting for that.
No, you can't. You have to lead the league in points to win it.
Whatever.
Because, guys, this is no longer the dead puck era where Dominic Hasek can win
Won.
all the business in the world.
You know he won the Vezina Trophy in 94, 95, 97, 98, 99, and
Yeah, he
2001?
won way too much.
Yeah. The only guy who won a Vezina in between there was Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
That's funny.
the net detective. That's the thing.
Before Bobrovsky, there it was.
Here's your golden badge on the case. He was a flash in the pan kind of player. Shout out to Jim Carrey if he's watching. But what a great hockey name back in the day. But
JC.
I'd say we move on to the next series now. We kind of all pretty much agree that Calgary's going to win against Dallas.
Yeah, and I said Calgary in 6.
So now
7 for me.
And now I got Edmonton and LA and the other Pacific Division series.
I kind of got cocky with this one. I said Oilers in 5.
I have a upset. I got LA in 7.
Well, that's the thing where I'm going to have to disagree with Craig. I have them, the Oilers, in 5. This team got swept last year in embarrassing fashion to the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, they're hungry for a win.
They lost in the bubble to Chicago,
Yeah.
a team that didn't deserve to be there.
They'll be playing in front of fans for the first time since 2017. So.
Chicago doesn't deserve to be anywhere.
And with how the Oilers' core is, it got a lot better over the offseason.
Pugliarvi and Yamamoto really matured.
Like, the fact that, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are just still dynamos in this whole entire fucking roster. You can't discount them, but if LA has any chance of winning, they have to tap back into their 2014 vibe.
They have their core
They have the
forward.
playoff experience, and they got the veterans.
Yeah, they got the core forward with Doughty, but I don't think he'll be playing in the playoffs this year. I think he's injured until, yeah, but they still got Doughty. They still got Kopitar, Brown, Quick. And Quick is really, in his career, his record's like 24-9-3. He's really had Edmonton's number his whole career, so that's why I think, and it's just the playoff experience, and LA hasn't won a playoff series since 2014, so I think they're overdue for one. But they got to pick an upset somewhere, right?
Well, here's the thing, Fred. There's a reason why I picked the Oilers to win this, because I desperately, and for those who don't know on my channel, there's another reoccurring character.
Yeah.
There's the past me from 2014 who was an Oilers fan. I really want to see a Battle of Alberta. You don't get that with LA winning.
No, exactly.
No,
But Gary Bettman's going to find a way to
get
screw
this.
that up.
It's what I want, but I'm ready to get hurt again. Quote Michael Scott. But honestly, I think the NHL will screw over one of the Canadian teams in the first round, and I think it's going to be Edmonton, and they just want a California team in the second round. Because if Vegas ain't going far, they want to do it for fans and ratings and shit.
Well, Vegas was gone, thank God.
But LA is still another
whatever.
city.
I lost 4 or 5 players or whatever out of that shit.
Yeah, in the hockey pool.
Yeah.
All that for Ryan Suter.
Hey, the guy's promising. He's in the playoffs.
So, we will now go over to the Metropolitan Division, yes?
Which
Pittsburgh and the Rangers. I got the Rangers winning in 6.
I got him winning in 7.
I think
I got the Rangers winning in 5.
Shit.
I think Carter's going to play his heart out for Pittsburgh and Letang and Crosby, but I think the Rangers goaltending and decor is just like Adam Fox and Jacob Trouba have had good years. And Shesterkin's goals against and save percents have spoken for themselves.
Lose them.
You gotta remember, this is also a team the Rangers have that is just a complete young core, whereas Pittsburgh they still have their icons who won the back-to-backs, which now no one talks about anymore because there's another team that won back-to-back. But, Letang, Malkin, Crosby, they're aging.
Yep.
Yes, they are elite players.
Rangers are the younger team.
The Rangers are the younger team. No, they don't have King Henrik anymore, but their goaltender now is just a solid stud that, like you brought up already before, he's in the runnings for the Vezina.
He's probably going to win it.
Is Tristan Jarry in the runnings for the Vezina?
No.
No.
But he has had a good year, but it looks like he's going to be injured for the first few games of that series.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't waste injury
Casey
on anybody.
DeSmith looks like to be the starter for game 1.
And that's the other thing, too, because the Penguins lost to the Islanders last year. In embarrassing fashion. So what are the chances that the Penguins lose to the Rangers this year? And now
it's a New York thing.
Has Pittsburgh's number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big apple that bites back, But I think that the Rangers have enough star power to carry them through. They got Panarin. Carter scored 50 goals. They can stop a puck. Yeah, what a hockey name there. Capo Caco.
Capo Caco?
Yeah, what a hockey name. It's like Thatcher Demko, Or Sansis Ozolinch, Just one of those names that just rolls off the tongue.
Steven Stamkos.
Fuck, it sounds like Fusion Frenzy from back in the day on the Xbox.
Straight up.
Samson!
Okay, the next series. Carolina versus Boston. What do you guys think?
I got Hurricanes winning in 5.
I got the Canes winning in 7.
Yeah, the Canes winning in 5.
Huh.
I think Boston's going to be one of those teams that might be pushing for an upset, but...
Okay, well, First things first. That's where I have to fucking draw the line on you there. Okay. Boston has been always the upset for fucking what 5 years now.
No, it's not just Boston. Well, they had home ice last year, so what?
They got to stop being the upset at some point.
But they're playing the division winner.
It's all about the upsets when your only good core is 3 players that play on the same fucking line.
But they got to be the first team.
And they don't have Chera anymore.
They got to be the first wildcard team that's had 100 points, though. It's not like they're a bad team.
Well, no, every team in the East got 100 points.
I know, like, you want to be playing in the West this year if you wanted a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. But the thing about the Boston Bruins, and especially Boston media, is that they win this series against Carolina because, like, these two teams had a past already.
They met each other
in
in...
the skin of Justin Williams, for fuck's sake, the last time they played each other.
Mr. Game 7, yeah.
Mr. Game 7. They
Well,
got under the skin of Carolina last time they fought, and Carolina lost that series.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this is the third time in 3 years of seeing each other. They met each other in the 2019 East Final. Boston won in 4 games. And then they met in the 2020 bubble. Boston won in the second round in 5 games. They didn't meet each other last year, but they're meeting each other this year. So that's 3 times out of 4 playoffs they're seeing each other.
Boston never faced Carolina in the second round in the playoffs.
In the bubble, yeah.
No, that was the first round.
Well, the first round. But they still met each other 2 years in the playoffs. They met each other 2 years straight in the playoffs, and now this is 3 out of 4. So these teams know each other, and they've each... Boston's won both times, so...
Carolina's team is the same as, like, Tampa's, for example. Like, yeah, Boston has that veteranosity in the boys' club up in the office, but at the end of the day, Carolina has a fucking team.
Carolina does have a good team.
When you have a team, you can beat a Boston Bruins team.
You do know that Carolina doesn't have Freddie Anderson for now?
Well, they got Ranta.
Yeah, but
he's still good enough.
He's only won 15 games. They're probably going to go with Swayman.
He's trying his best, all right?
Swayman's won, I think, 23 games this year compared to Ranta's 15, so... I don't know, I think Carolina's still going to win, but it's going to be a close one.
Yeah. I got, like I said, I got Carolina in 5, so that's...
Next up, we go to the Atlantic Division. The division winners, the Panthers and the Caps.
Oh, the Panthers.
I got the Panthers in 7.
I got Washington in 7.
I got Washington in 4.
I'm
actually joking. I don't have Washington in 4. I have Florida in 6.
I got Washington in 7. Ovi's due for at least one last good run. I think it's this year. And Washington.
Yeah, but it's this one.
Washington hasn't won a series since they won the Cup, so I think they're overdue to win a series.
Yeah, but Florida hasn't won a series in 26 years.
Yeah, well, it's because they suck.
Huh.
Do they suck now?
Well, no. But we'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
Bro, we're going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah, so hold your horses.
Just because she looks like a 10 doesn't mean she's a 9.
Never sell yourself short.
When the President's Trophy doesn't mean you're going to fucking sweep them.
Just don't touch the...
The Panthers, like I said already before, I was like, this could be the potential of the upset. Could you imagine 2 Florida-based teams won the President's Trophy and get swept in the first round?
Get your brooms.
History tends to repeat itself. Just saying.
Florida is just built structurally sound. Like, they are a lot stronger of a team than they were last year. I mean, like, last year they were strong, but they went up against the Lightning, and even though, like, the pieces were there to go far, they just couldn't, handle it.
You picked a bad time to get rid of Spencer Knight, because he had a 21 season for Florida.
No, I know I had a bad time. I regret trading for fucking Gibson, because he's a bum.
Yep.
But with Florida, how they are now, Bobrovsky's playing out of his fucking mind. The core that they have that's been there for quite some time with Barkov and Ekblad.
Huberdeau. What a
and
season he had.
Verhaeghe, and this team is just way too damn solid. I can't see them.
You also got Bennett and Reinhardt.
Yeah, they do have their hands full with Washington.
Their goaltending for Washington is the only question mark. Vita Vanacek has to really step up to the plate. He's young.
I feel like it's going to hurt them.
Vanacek's got to win a series at some point. Ovi's a 50-goal scorer. Wilson's still tough as a brick shithouse, so I think they could definitely win a series.
Huberdeau came in second to McDavid this year. So
Yeah, 115 points. Team record for Florida.
Yep.
Most points in the season.
They got scoring power and all that.
So, and now we go on to the last series.
Oh, the most important series.
Of the Atlantic
Speaking of
Division.
guys who can't win fucking series.
Toronto with home ice against Tampa Bay, the two-time Cup champs.
Whoa. Let me pull a Paul Heyman here. All right? The Toronto Maple Leafs against the reigning, defending, back-to-back, undisputed Stanley Cup champions, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, you bend over for that team, don't you?
Shocker. That was a good one,
So,
dude.
I got the Buds beating the Bolts in 6.
Okay, you go ahead, Steven, if you want.
Well, we all know my fucking prediction. That's pretty much Tampa winning in 6.
It's the same here, winning in 6.
So, I think Toronto's
What do you think the Buds are going to win in 6?
60-goal scorer speaks for himself. Jack Hamill's had a good year. First year as an official starter. Riley's had a career year. Nylander's had his first 80-point year. Tavares is still good, and he has a lot of playoff experience. And, yeah, fuck the
Bro,
Bolts.
there was leaked footage of Matthew's golf set in the fucking locker room.
I think, and probably would have to call it an upset, even though Toronto has home ice, but I think Toronto would beat Tampa.
Home ice has proven in the past few years to mean nothing.
And don't forget, these teams have split their regular season 2 games apiece, so no one really has bragging rights over the regular season. Just saying.
Okay.
Well,
And by the way, out of an 82 game schedule, Toronto has 53 wins to Tampa's 51 or something like that. So
fuck, 2 different.
also just saying, Toronto's one more.
All right, let's get Steven talking here. Come on, he's gonna snap.
Okay, so you raised some valid points, but like I said on the phone with you before, 60 goal scorer, that's great. You got Nylander who's doing phenomenal, Marner who's doing phenomenal, Tavares, that leadership on the way. I mean, the Islanders fans still hate him, but whatever.
Yeah.
Campbell playing out of his mind. It sounds a little bit like the 2018-19 Tampa Bay Lightning. The team that, had 128 points, 62 wins, won the President's Trophy. The team, Kucherov had 124, 26 points.
You
What
getting
happened to them?
Vietnam flashbacks there, bud?
No, not anymore, because that's the thing that we're going with here is no matter how good the Toronto Maple Leafs have become, they have to understand, the fans have to understand, is that you guys aren't anything. You guys are not
115 point
until
season.
you win in the first round.
115 point season, just saying.
Yeah, what was their season like last year? When
Well, it was
they
a
won
shortened-
the division?
Yeah, but it was also a shortened season, so.
What was their record?
It was 20 games above 500, at least.
Oh, so if you put that in 82 game capacity, what would their record have been?
Probably about 110 points. Probably the same ballpark.
Oh, around there, yeah. And
Yeah.
they still lost to Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal. Who saw that coming, huh?
But here's an interesting thing that I need to bring up here. Ever since Toronto's been making it to the first round now, so let's go back to 2013. They lost to the Boston Bruins, who went on to the Stanley Cup Final to lose.
Yeah.
In 2017, they lose to Washington in 6 games, and Washington loses in the next round to Pittsburgh. Then 2018, they lose to Boston in Game 7. Boston loses in the next round to Tampa Bay. 2019, they lose to Boston again in Game 7.
Boston went to the
goes
finals.
to the Stanley Cup Final and loses to St. Louis. 2020, you got them losing to Columbus, where Columbus ended up losing in the first round to the team they swept the previous year.
Tampa.
And then in 2021, they lose to Montreal in Game 7, and Montreal goes to the Stanley Cup Final and loses.
To Tampa.
They have all that experience with somewhat of the same core, besides 2013.
They know how to
Randy
lose.
Carlisle hockey, but they're not just against anyone. They're against the team that went on to win 2 straight Stanley Cups.
With the player that's done it 3 in a
I've been saying
row.
to Leafs fans for quite some time now, for the last 3 days now, it seems, if you're going to win a series, it's this one.
It better be, because
This is probably the big block.
This is probably what
you
know what?
right now.
this is what Toronto needs. Last year they definitely underestimated their opponent, and this year they know who they're playing against. They know Tampa's tough, and they know they're gonna have to bring 150%.
They got a 3-time Stanley Cup champion there, but didn't Patty Maroon win it 3 in a row as well?
Pat Maroon won 3 straight Stanley Cups. One with St. Louis.
The
in 2019,
The big rig is a dynasty by himself, man. He better be a hockey Hall of Famer. He's got my vote. He's got my vote.
Here's another interesting fact. The last time the Toronto Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup, yeah,
Won a series.
The last time the Toronto Maple Leafs won a series was in 2004.
It was against my Ottawa Senators.
Cup that year.
Tampa.
And look who Toronto's facing this year.
Tampa.
Isn't it a little bit of a coincidence?
What a coinky-dink.
Now, I have, zero respect for the Leafs ever since the last season where their fans talked shit about everything and then got embarrassed.
Uh-huh.
In order for you to win my respect as a Leafs fan, you have to beat Tampa.
Oh, well, I'll
You
talk.
don't beat Tampa, I'm never giving you guys hope ever again.
Well, I'll be talking to you as a champ sometime next week after Toronto wraps up the series.
I'll cheer for them on the golf course, but that's...
So that's pretty much
No, but that's the reason why I want Florida versus Tampa in the second round. I want that fucking series.
That'd be a great series.
the rematch of last year. So.
But just so that we're clear, now I'm saying it on Craig's channel, if Tampa is to lose, this is where I will say there's no right for me to be angry. There's no right for me to be sad or upset or anything or be bitter because the Lightning just won 2 straight Stanley Cups. I can't be ashamed of that.
True.
Now, will I be upset? Maybe a little bit that we lost to the Leafs. So, well, fuck, now that's a waste of a contender.
Yep, you were able to be happy for 2 years. Congrats.
I was able to be happy for 2 years.
You're able to have your cake and eat it too.
Exactly. So I'll be making sure of that in my little video when I do my playoff prediction. That no, don't worry, I won't be pissed.
Know. Well, it's been a blast having you on here as a guest there, bud.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we keep this podcast going? Maybe meet up for round 2?
Yeah, I would definitely assume for sure that when round 2 comes up, we definitely do that again because then we can talk about the series. Because I'm pretty sure, what are the chances that we're all wrong in our series? And
Well, there was a playoff bracket a few years ago where all the division winners lost, and everyone had to restart because Tampa got swept in the first freaking round, and nobody saw that coming.
In the first round, Washington lost, Calgary lost.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. I'm like, there's too many upsets this year, honestly.
Yeah, that's why the NHL was like, here, we're going to have a second bracket challenge. Second chance bracket challenge because everyone got pissed.
I'm like, so lame. But anywho, we will touch base in round 2 then.
So, yeah, we have me and Brett usually have an outro and all that. I don't know. What do you usually say when you're done your video?
Oh, when I sit there and I'm done my video, I just sit there and say, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more content, especially at the Junior Snaps here. I will be covering the playoffs as well. Not every game, say per se. I'm going to wait like last year till the series is over, then do a series recap. And then that's when I go on. And, if the Oilers, like I said, the Oilers fan character of me is going to be showing up again.
So, yeah, make sure you all subscribe to the Junior Snaps here. I will put the link in the description.
You heard it here first.
And on the Facebook link post or whatever and all that. Brett's got his own saying for an outro as well now.
Yeah, keep your stick on the ice.
And you all know mine. It's been a slice.
I'll talk to you guys later and go Bucks!
He pressed the pause button.
I hit stop as soon as you said that. No!
Oh, sorry, bud.
Oh, that didn't make it
No, sorry. Unless you do it right now really quick, and I just hit record and just add the video to it really quick.
No, that's fine.
No, you lost the mojo there.
Maybe
but...
you never know. You might have jinxed him doing that. You never know.
Anyway, we gotta let you go. We got a top 100 mojo to watch. Top 100 villains.
Well, let me know when you guys post that video, and I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, should be tonight, I'm guessing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Actually,
man.
it has to be tonight.
That was fun.
Yeah, we should do this again. We will do this again for round 2. Anywho, man, we'll chat later.
All right, we'll chat later.
Okay, stay gay.
That was actually fun. I had a great fucking time. How long was it?
We don't have to move this.
I can edit this part out anyways. Hey guys, Craig's Food and Fun here with Bretsky. Could be the start of a brand new podcast, you never know. And on the line here we have... The fuck, man?
That's your fucking cue.
Oh, you were supposed to say my name.
You know what, we're just...
Take 2!